What is up, guys? I think it's time for another book browser video. Today we're going to talk about the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Riordan, and that is all about The Lost Hero. Okay, so this has been another epic journey for me as a reader, because out of all the Percy Jackson books, we are getting closer to the latest one, which is The Trials of Apollo, the Hidden Oracle, the 11th book in the Percy Jackson series by Riordan. For those people who don't want to be spoiled, just stop the video right here because I'm going to spoil you. I'm going to tell you my opinions based on this book and what happened. I'm so sad that Percy is not in this book because I thought he was going to be when the great prophecy was being revealed in The Last Olympian, so I thought Percy would come back, but unfortunately he didn't. What I knew at the end is that Percy would appear in the next book after this one. So that made me so much excited. And I can't explain my thoughts at the end of this book because it has been a freaking cliffhanger. I don't like cliffhangers. It makes me feel irritated and good at the same time. I'm so happy because I am halfway there. This book talks about new characters, and I'm pertaining to new Roman characters, especially Jason, Grace, Piper McLean, and Leo Valdez, and many others. They will arrive at Camp Half-Blood and things will start to get interesting. That's all I can say based on this book. For those people who don't want to be spoiled, just stop the video right here because I'm going to spoil you. I'm going to tell you my opinions based on this book and what happened. So bye for the moment and see you if you're ready and if you have read the book. Okay, so you have read the book. So this book has very interesting new characters. Percy is not in this book because I thought he was going to be when the great prophecy was being revealed in The Last Olympian, so I thought Percy would come back, but unfortunately he didn't. What I knew at the end is that Percy would appear in the next book after this one. So that made me so much excited. And I can't explain my thoughts at the end of this book because it has been a freaking cliffhanger. I don't like cliffhangers. It makes me feel irritated and good at the same time. I'm going to tell you some of the memorable events that happened in this book rather than telling you the whole plot. I think that it is better for you to read the whole story and experience it, because if I would explain the whole plot, it would take away the fun and excitement. So I'm very sorry to the people who watched my first few videos because I am not good at explaining, or rather reviewing, my books. The first scene in this book is where Jason, Leo, and Piper go on a field trip and suddenly some creatures attack. It's like kind of wind spirits, and Annabeth comes afterwards and saves the day, and she is also looking for Percy. And I was a little bit fanboying because, you know, the Annabeth chase we knew from the Percy Jackson series was back. From this moment on, Jason, Lee, and Piper went to Camp Half-Blood because all of them knew that they were special and they knew their parentage at the camp. So we knew that Jason was the son of Jupiter, the Roman counterpart of Zeus. Piper was the daughter of Aphrodite, and lastly, Leo, which is my favorite character by far in this book, is a demigod son of Hephaestus. So it was also revealed in this book that they also had powers. So Leo had the power to conjure fire, Piper had the power to charm speak, just like Harry Potter, if you know what I mean. And unfortunately, Jason has no power, I think, because he's left alone. And what I feel about him is pity because, you know, he has yet to know what his power is. Did you guys also notice that Thalia Grace is in this book? And for all we know, I was surprised because Thalia was Jason's long-lost sister, and I felt so happy for both of them because they were reunited in this book. Leo has such a funny character in this book, and I really loved him because, he's such a cool person to be with, and he also discovered Festus. He discovered a dragon, okay? He discovered Festus, which is the happy dragon. Festus, meaning in Latin, is literally happy. So I really like that name. It has a ring to it. Eventually, they were told to find Hera because they are giving this quest, and Hera is the wife and also the sister of Zeus. And I think that part just made me weirded out because I've read that story in Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. I didn't expect Zeus' sister to be his wife as well. Just doesn't make sense. Why would they go together? Piper's father in this book is missing, and I really like the part where they battled out the Enceladus, which is a monster who is with Piper's father, and I'm glad Piper's father was rescued in this book. They also freed Hera at the end of this book at the Wolf House, where Thalia last saw Jason as a little boy. Although they saved Hera, the bad news is Porphyrion rose to power, which is such a bummer because after the scene where all of us are victorious, some bad things shows up. It's just kind of frustrating. At the end of this book, Jason's memory returned, and he remembered that he is from the Roman camp, which is Camp Jupiter. So this part made me really excited because we have a Greek camp and at the same time we have a Roman camp. So we now know that the Camp Half-Blood is the Greek camp and Camp Jupiter is the Roman one. Fortunately, Festus was destroyed because the dragon crashed in the middle of this book, but Leo planned to make Festus a flying bronze dragon in the next book. It turns out that Leo is really such a good person with tools. This book ended with the cliffhanger where Jason told everyone that he is from the Roman camp, and Hera switched him and Percy because Percy is at the Roman camp. So after that, my mind is just blank, just like this, because I feel so frustrated and irritated and excited. Why are you giving me all these feelings, Rick? I really want to read the next book in this series because we can finally see our main hero, Percy Jackson. This book also told us that the 7 demigods of the Great Prophecy has to fight Gaia, which is Mother Earth. So that's a big enemy. I mean, literally big. You have to fight this planet. You have to fight this freaking thing we're standing on, and I'm really interested in what's going to happen in the last book. Those are my thoughts and opinions based on this first book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Riordan, The Lost Hero. This is a rather interesting book for me because it didn't contain Percy, unlike other books where Percy is always present, and it made me really excited for the next one, which is the son of Neptune. And as we all know, Neptune is the Roman counterpart of Poseidon. So it's guaranteed that we'll see Percy in the next book. I read this book like a 5 out of 5 stars because even though it didn't contain Percy, it made me really interested because we have some new characters who are from the Roman camp. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you watch the next one because we're going to talk about our main hero, Percy Jackson. Be sure to subscribe, comment down below, leave a like, and see you in the next video. And as always, stay tuned for more. Goodbye.